There we go.
Did
Thankfully,
anyone
Xanthiel's a
ever
cleric.
break free of synaptic static?
Oh, yeah. Well, Kellic was looking a lot worse, except Yaza had put some lay on hands points on him, at least something, because he was knocking on death's door.
Yeah, like a bunch of them.
Some people like to stand in lightning bolt formation.
Look, I got to use lightning bolt like 2 times, and hit a bunch of people with it. It was fun for me. So there you go.
Yeah, I think Kellic got hit every single time, but made the dex roll. So that's the only thing that saved him. But yeah, it was not fun.
You know, I had this thought after last session that I thought I had heard you say at some point that you were like actually standing on the ceiling, which means you might not have been in some of or all of those lightning bolts. But then I thought, well, maybe I just misremembered.
And they can aim those as well, presumably. So if they were aiming to hit Kellic, then, well...
Let's just say for cinematic purposes, they hit Kellic regardless of what his... Look, okay, I'm bad at verticality here.
I mean, it didn't even cross my mind until after the session, so...
Yeah, no, I definitely was on the roof, and I'm kind of mad at myself I didn't think of that.
I easily bucket that
I'm
under...
glad I can help you be mad at yourself.
Yeah. Things you have to remind me of is basically anything that's not the things I'm running right now. This thing gets more complex as the engine ticks up.
That's okay. Did Peggy ever break free of synaptic static?
She got petrified, and then her... So, yeah, Belcor's got a nice petrification off on her. Here, I'll just start doing the recap. This is session 64, I'm thinking, is what we're at. I haven't actually recorded the last episode yet, so I don't remember. Anyway, 64. I'm going to go with that. Last session was entirely the encounter with the Sohn sisters, Baggy Nana, Widow Groat, and Peggy Dead Bells. Widow Groat is dead. Peggy Dead Bells is a statue that no longer has a head because Belcorge was a lucky, lucky boy, or girl, or whatever Belcorge is, and petrified her, and then I think somebody smashed her head in.
That would be me.
That was you. Yeah, rude. Jeez. Baggy Nana, the remaining Sohn sister, disappeared but was conversing with you. As we closed the session, the door to the south, this big green bone scully thing, that's a great description. Big green bone scully thing. Maximum points for DMing today. Journal entry. I have a picture of it. I can show it to you. Pow! This door had a force field that appeared in front of it when everything unlocked, but the force field is now gone, and those brass plates are all open. And I think that is about where we are at. Questions, comments, letters to the editor?
Why is the last
Sort of a letter to the editor.
7-sided polygon?
Why is it a 7-sided polygon?
Why is it not a 7-sided polygon?
You could take that up with Christopher Perkins. Yeah, he's the first lead designer on this module. So I would take that up with Mr. Perkins if you have questions as to why they used a octagon instead of a septagon for the final one.
Yeah.
Yeah, Chris Perkins, Will Doyle, and Stephen Winter. Those are your...
So Xanthiel, that was 25 points of healing all around?
For everyone. Yep.
Maybe it's because there's a secret door that you need the Septagon for.
Cool.
Grim's
Well
like,
done with that,
neither
thanks,
will
guys.
confirm nor deny.
There is no Septagon. I don't even want to deal with that. There is no Septagon. What's the other way of saying that?
Are you sure? I think we should go check through the whole dungeon again, guys.
Yeah, fair.
Okay, you guys do that for an hour and talk amongst yourselves, and then I'll come back to see what actually happens tonight.
Septagon. Heptagon.
Heptagon. Septagon
Yeah.
works too, right?
Oh, Rio and well, everyone can heal up, by the
Septagon
way.
would be using a Latin prefix.
Oh, I should be using
Yeah.
heptagon then, because that's Greek.
Yeah.
So you're giving a bunch of people 25 points of the healing?
Everyone. Yep.
Ooh. Big spender over here.
Well, I'm out of second level spell slot, so I have to use a fourth.
Upcast out of
I think I have
necessity.
3 spells left.
Thanks, friend.
No worries.
Oh, maybe I should move the
Thank you.
camera account. That would be good.
I have 4 spell slots remaining.
Oh, right, yep. Oh, yeah, I got a first level. A third and 2 fourths. Yeah, that'll do.
Don't
I got
even
it.
remind me. I don't have anything left.
I mean,
You just gotta
Xanthiel.
throw rocks really hard.
You've got cantrips.
Yeah, cantrips.
To be fair, some of your cantrips are pretty good.
I mean, most damage cantrips scale pretty decently.
Yeah.
Yeah, like that Toll the Dead one's like, what, D12 or something on an injured thing?
Yeah,
Yeah,
D12. It's been
D12's on
damaged.
anything that's injured.
If
Yeah,
they don't
nuts.
fail the save, or if they fail the save, that's the
Right. Yeah.
Yeah.
Cantrips are either
attack rolls or
spells, which-
saves. Yeah.
or save for nothing.
I think there's very few spells that don't have an attack roll or a save of some sort.
Right, but the difference is that like leveled spells, it's save for half damage, whereas
Yeah.
cantrips, you save no damage.
Because they think you should get at least something for the spell slot, which makes sense. Maybe.
Well, yeah. Because, I mean, you can just stay out of, like, harm's way and then just keep chucking cantrips all day if you felt like it.
Yeah.
It's okay. Yeah, I still got my cantrips.
And it depends if we can actually rest or not, which I really doubt, but...
Good old Eldritch Blast here. See?
Yeah?
Are you Eldritch blasting something?
She shot at Xanthiel and missed.
No,
Aha!
I'm just... Yeah, I'm Eldritch Blasting the darkness.
You can't target the darkness, it's not a creature.
You don't know that.
Unless it's that one rock band and then it's multiple creatures. You have to pick which one you hit.
God, that's a blast from the past.
I've been listening to way too much Euro sleaze metal for the last few weeks.
Euro sleaze metal?
Yeah, it's like the evolution of glam rock crossed with metal that... yeah, anyway. Look, I started watching Peacemaker, and I like Wigwam, and that has led me down some interesting audio pathways in the last few weeks. I regret nothing.
Fair
All
enough.
right, so that does bring us to the question of: are we going to attempt to rest before we open the door?
I would very strongly recommend it, if only for the extra spells.
So do you guys do anything in particular, or just embark upon long resting?
Um,
I'm gonna take a nap.
that soup looks pretty nice. What's that, No, we're not going to drink that.
Yeah, drink the cauldron from the witches.
I'm sure that they meant nothing but good intentions.
Laughs in Baba Yaga. Okay, yeah, so you're all able to long rest. Oh, that fully restores hit points in 5th edition, doesn't it?
I
Yeah,
mean,
it does.
Oh,
You-
mother.
you-
Fine.
You already said it. We already long rested. Thank
No,
you.
I just kind of realized that. Which makes
Too much Pathfinder.
Too much Pathfinder. I'm used to that not happening anymore. Like, haha, suckers, you want to heal? Do skill checks.
Well, on the conversely, we lose the effect of that hero's feast.
Has it been 24 hours? Because long rest is only 8, isn't it?
I'm gonna say yes, just because I don't have math in front of me, but that was like a while ago. And I'm not
yeah.
I'm not bothering to check if you're actually eligible for a long rest. I'm just letting you have it. So probably technically you're not, but I'm gonna just hand wavy him.
Fair enough.
Gonna do some DM magic.
Yeah.
Speaking of,
So does anybody want to change spells or do anything in particular over the course of your long rest?
I just immediately started cackling.
it's like the only long-term buff spell I have. Thank you very much. Besides Deathward, I think.
Just a pop-up appears before the door. Once you open this door, you will not be able to return to the previous state of the world. Would you like to continue?
Oh, jeez.
Do you want to save before continuing?
Mm-hmm.
I would love to.
Okay. So, but seriously,
Excuse me while I save scum it.
save scum. We just keep running the session over and over like Groundhog's Day. I'm gonna do that for a second, just because I want to control a few things. Okay. So seriously, though, does anybody want to adjust their prepared spells or do anything like that?
Shit. I probably should, but I don't have the fucking spell list in front of me. Just have a look.
I think I'm good with my picks.
Let me see something.
Hey, Rio.
Yes.
Did you follow the Lost Ark launch at all?
I
The
heard
one
about
that
that.
SpaceX got a bunch of their satellites blown up?
Wait, what?
No, I'm talking about a video game.
Lost
No.
Ark, it's Amazon's other MMO, which is a Korean grinder. But it looks really good. It's like a top-down, kind of like the old style Korean grinders.
I tried it. It made me want to kill myself, figuratively.
Wow.
So it's like an Eve clone? I should probably play it.
No,
I grew
it's
up on Korean grinders.
well, no offense to Korean grinders, but like imagine an ARPG that has MOBA controls and you spend more time watching cutscenes than playing the game.
So it's like Final Fantasy then.
If it's made by Square Enix, I'm down for that.
It's made by Smiling Game or something.
Yeah, it's made by a third party that is owned by Amazon.
Yeah. I got convinced.
I thought the one that they just did that was like
Lost
a
World.
period. Yeah, that was
World?
supposed to be pretty cool, wasn't it?
New World, I think, is what you're talking
Oh,
about?
yeah, New World, sorry. I don't know why I said Lost World.
New World kind of fell flat though.
It was good for like the early, like first 30 levels, and then the rest of it was like, oh wait, we don't know what to do for endgame, so we'll just
Oh, so they
test
didn't,
everything.
yeah, they
Yeah.
never figured out endgame. They just kind of
Yeah.
built
There's-
something. They were like,
there's-
yeah, we can do this.
There is 3 types of enemies, and they never changed. They just changed the skins occasionally for like the end bosses.
Yeah,
It's like awesome.
my other role-playing group swears that if I am willing to put in the 15 hours to get to the end game of Lost Ark, it's good, but I'm just like, I cannot.
15 hours?
To get to
15
endgame?
and you're at endgame?
Well, because
that game
it's
must be fucking tiny.
15 hours? That's
Uh,
short.
10 to 20 to get to max level, but then it becomes like an ARPG loot grinder, right?
Yeah, where you
That's
just
so
smash
short.
through things until you get good items and then you can fight things.
All I know is I'm like 60 hours into PoE, and I'm way enjoying that, and I can actually play that on a conference call, so...
Yeah, Path of Exile's fun.
It also looks surprisingly good. Anyway, I was trying to fill time while people looked at spell books. Is anybody...
I was having a look, and I don't think I have a good... Like, Hero's Feast seems like a better use of my 6th level spell slot than just one use of heal. Given that I can just, upcast my other healing spells for that sort of stuff.
Yeah, I'm
And I have
good.
greater restoration, so yeah, no, I'm good.
Yeah, it's fine.
Okay, so a couple of things happen. At the end of the
Uh-oh.
long rest, Teresa, the hair that had grown on your body, the feeling in your legs, seems to have finished, and at this point, physically, you're indistinguishable from a satyr.
What?
You've got the horns, you've got the fur all over your body now, you have goat legs. Mechanically, it doesn't do anything, but you look like a satyr now.
What?
You go to be kidding me.
Okay. Did I say you was joking?
I also love how nobody has figured out what has caused this yet, but that's fine. That is fine.
There, Teresa. Having hooves isn't all bad.
It's been 3 days. Ooh.
I've got hooves now. What the hell?
Well, you never have to clip your toenails again.
Yeah.
Okay. The other thing, let's see. Yeah, I think that's the only thing here. The other thing that you all notice is nobody noticed this person come in the room. Like, I'm assuming during the course of the long rest, not everybody was sleeping. But as you are all kind of finishing your preparations after the long rest, you notice in the north corner of the room, there is a slender figure just sitting in a chair. Just kind of sitting with legs crossed, observing everybody. The figure seems to have wispy hair, and then covering its face is a kind of oddly shaped mask, and that individual is just kind of sitting there. Visibly, you can tell that it appears to be a man, and he seems to just kind of be watching all of you go about your business.
I will turn to him and ask, and who might you be?
Yes, I am Withers. You've spoken with me quite a few times.
And you've chosen to visit us in the flesh.
Cut out, Sebastian.
Oh, and you've decided to visit us personally now.
You are the first group that has made it this far. Nobody has defeated the sisters before, so I figured I would come down and introduce myself, since we regrettably never met in person.
I insight check him. Is he actually here in person?
You insight check him to see if
I want to
he's...
see if he's talking shit. He might be a projection. Oh wow, I rolled horribly. Never mind then.
I don't know if insight would even work, but I mean, yeah, the figure seated in the room appears to be there.
Would be
It's motives.
Yeah, if they're dishonest, I guess.
For deception.
Neither of you detect any weirdness about it. Like, it seems like he is earnestly just like, I came down to say hi.
So what happens now?
If there was an exit to this tomb not through the door to the south, I would recommend you take it, but you only have one path before you. I'm not sure if you will survive it, but it seemed fitting to at least come and see you all and let you see the person you've been speaking to for the last almost a week. Detect thoughts. Oh my god, that's a wall of text. You can read the thoughts of certain blah blah blah. You initially on the surface thoughts of the creature. Probe deeper, make a wisdom saving throw into its reasoning emotional state, blah 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 blah. So basically you're just trying to what are you trying to
I want to know if he's being like if he's actually coming to talk to us out of curiosity and just wanting to introduce himself, or if there's like ulterior motive.
Okay, yeah. So like as this conversation is happening with Sebastian, between Withers and Sebastian, and as you're kind of like peering into the brain of Withers, what does it say? It targets certain creatures. I'm just curious. What does certain creatures mean? I don't care. Whatever.
So also, I would know.
I think certain creatures means they have to have a certain intelligence level. I think it says down at the bottom.
Yeah,
that's fine. I don't care. I'm not gonna stop
but
it.
Also, I would know anything about its emotional state, something that looms large in its mind, such as something it worries over, loves, or hates. And oh, okay, no. So that's if I do the extra roll, which yeah, I'll do that.
Okay, so the surface thoughts basically kind of align with what Withers is saying. You see kind of in his mind images of really lots of like flickers and images of various people who have died horribly in here. And you see both kind of, or you sense that there's both a sense of satisfaction that Withers sees in seeing all of you here, and also it's kind of mixed with a sense of disappointment. It's like kind of a wistful feeling. You don't detect any at the surface level. There's no, you don't see any false motives here. It seems like all of the collage or the montage of things filtering through Wither's mind seems to kind of align with what he is saying. So what the second thing is, I have to make a wisdom save.
Yep, DC 13 wisdom save.
Oh, this will be fun. I wonder what his wisdom stats are. Oh,
jeez.
Wow.
Oh.
Well, turns out he passes that.
Turns out he passed that. So let's see what happens. If it succeeds... Wait. If it succeeds, the spell ends. Either way, it knows the target is probing your mind. Okay. And so yeah, as you try to probe deeper, Withers turns to look at you, Kellic, now that he knows that you've been probing his mind, and he says, I have nothing to hide. I'm mostly just curious. I don't get out of this tomb, well, ever. And you're the first group to come so far and collect so many people. That seemed like you should...
Have you been here?
How long have I been here? Oh. What year is it? What reckoning do you use?
That's a good question.
It's like...
Kellic will just ask him, so what happens if we leave then?
Well, you can't really leave without going through the door to the south. The only exit from the tomb is that way. If you return to the front door, it is locked.
Kellic will just bird blink at him and say, I repeat my question. So what happens if we just leave?
And Withers kind of turns his head and is, you mean if you go through the door to the south?
Little, nod.
You will find my master's most recent addition to the tomb. It is the device that captures souls and the creature it is gestating. If you want to leave the tomb, you'll have to go through them.
When we defeat it, will you leave with us, or will you stay?
Oh, I'll stay. My unlife is tied to this tomb and my master, and there's so much more for me to learn. So I shall remain.
Kellic immediately loses all interest.
Amazing. So, are you undead, or I take it from?
Yes,
Would
yes.
restoring you?
I was a noble of Omu, and when Asirak took over the city, I somewhat presciently decided to join his cause, and I still have my mind and books, and sometimes I get to talk to visitors.
Oh. I'd fault that. Out of curiosity, like I would take it Xanthiel would know the present date and such to get a rough estimate of how long the dude's been down here, right?
Yeah, I can't actually remember what the current date is in the Forgotten Realms. It's something 90-ish.
Yeah.
We're in the something 90s.
In 90s.
The 4890s? Is that what it is?
1490s.
The 1490s. Okay, yeah, it's about, let's just say it's 1490. Yeah. That's not canonical. Don't quote me if that comes up later, but 1490 is good as anything.
Yeah, more as like so how long
Yeah.
he's been down here, like.
If it's 1490 by your reckoning, I believe I've probably been here for somewhere around 2 centuries.
Huh. Hope I look that good in 2 centuries, and not just a pile of dust.
And how long has Asirak had the Soulmonger here?
Oh, that's a recent addition. He recruited the sisters and expanded this wing quite considerably. It's been, probably a few years he's been toying with the idea, and we only brought it online a few months ago.
So you worked on it as well?
Well, I'm the caretaker of the tomb. I'm in charge of day-to-day operations. I mean, Asirak is, the man with the plan. I'm the one who helps keep everything running. Me and my dwarves.
I see. Xanthiel kind of whispers that maybe we should probably kill this guy.
Would that truly free him, given the fact that Asirak is master in this place?
Yes, but do we want to free him? I mean, the dude's keeping everything running and presumably has killed quite a few adventurers who sought to stop this in the first place.
I want to use Divine Sense.
Okay.
Is Withers celestial, a fiend, or undead?
He's definitely undead.
Okay.
He's like, basically, he's sentient undead.
Right. Well, and I will point out that Withers is already undead.
Well then,
So we just make him re-dead.
I say go forward then.
Xanthiel, you're edging up. What are you doing? I can see
I
your
was just
second
saying that,
moving.
like, Xanthiel's slowly creeping up.
Just like step by step.
Yeah.
Just
Well, just in case you wanted him to like react to a fucking centaur walking up to him.
I mean,
Um,
he looks at you as you walk up to him because you're quite large. You are
so
a centaur.
just to be clear, you've killed quite a few people in the service to your master, and he doesn't seem to be compelling you to do so, nor is he apparently compelling you to be here talking to us.
Well, I'm talking to you of my own volition. I am undead and bound to serve a Sirak. He gave me a choice of joining his dwarves or retaining my sentience, and I chose to retain my sentience. So I am his man on the ground here.
And you wouldn't but yet you would not flee him, even if you just want to stay here.
Well, I
If, like, you know, if we killed him and all
he could
that.
snap his fingers and end me. There's no point in fleeing a multiversal power. He made me, he can unmake me.
Yes, but we can bring you back. Well, I can, I think.
It's been
Not
2
sure if Paladins
centuries.
can.
I'm pretty sure after 2 centuries there's a expiration date on resurrection.
Oh wait, yeah, there is actually. It's 100 years. Rip.
Yeah.
Just had a look at it now. My
Teresa
bad.
proposes the idea of serving us instead.
Oh, you're zone of truthing us? Okay, cool. Zone of truth.
I've been waiting to do this for like ever. I've had this phone. I'm like, at some point, this is going to be useful.
One day!
One day, I too shall be like Clint McElroy and get my Teen Extreme Bible and cast Zone of Truth. Okay, yeah, okay, so Zone of Truth is up. Teresa, to your question about serving you guys, Withers just kind of shrugs and says again, the master I am bound to is more powerful than all of you. I have no desire to try and test what going against his will would be. And there's no malice or anger in it. It's just like kind of a de facto, like, no, like, why would I do that?
So it's just given up. Yeah. Okay, I thought he was like a willing lackey, like come down to like, you know, more or less.
Well, he's both willing.
Realize.
Like, here's maybe to explain it better. Like, he's both willing and also bound, right? Like,
yeah, he has no choice. But...
like he doesn't have. Yeah, like from what he's saying, from the insight checks and stuff, like it doesn't. He doesn't appear to bear any of you individual malice. If anything, he seems to be curious and friendly. It's more that, like, he was raised from the dead by a Sirak, right? Like, so it's just like that's kind of the deal at this point for him.
Fair.
Kellic wants to ask him, can you tell us anything about what lies beyond these doors?
Well, there's the Soulmonger, the device that...
That exactly.
Yeah, well, Sirak, I don't go beyond the door, and my vision is less than perfect there, shall we say. That is my master's private room. My control of the dungeon actually ends on the floor above this one. But the Soulmonger is there, and the Atropal that they are nourishing it with. I know...
The what?
Atropal. Yes, it's an unborn god, I believe, that Sirak found while he was traveling beyond this realm, and I believe he's using the soulmonger to feed it and nourish it. But again, this is what I've picked up. I haven't tried to pry too closely beyond the door because it's off limits to me.
Unborn God.
And what do you expect
Can
to
I
have?
do maybe a religion check on that?
Yeah, if you want to, you can. Yeah, roll that, Sebastian. What was your comment?
And what do you expect to happen to us when we go through that door?
I mean, most likely I expect one of the Mongol or the Atropal will kill all of you. If you can defeat them, the exit lies beyond. But I've not seen anybody fight them before, so this is a bit of uncharted territory for me.
And where is Asirak himself?
Currently not on this plane of existence, although I don't know what will happen if you cause a ruckus in the room beyond. He pops in from time to time, but it's more of a come in, check how things are going. I honestly haven't heard from him since he kick-started the whole Atropal thing. He got it all set up and he's been gone since. 22 religion checks, so Atropal, dead god. So you recall, you don't have perfect knowledge of this because this is kind of crazy even for, this is kind of beyond most individuals' knowledge, period. So you've heard that there are places in the outer planes where gods are formed. Based on Wither's description, you would assume that there was some god or godling that was either in the process of creating or failed to actually achieve godhood, and somehow, if Withers, well, he is telling the truth because he's in his zone of truth, based on what Withers is saying, Asirak somehow snatched one of these things up and is somehow trying to, like, continue its development into godhood.
So someone's trying to control a god.
I think Asirak wants to prove he can make a god to show that he's better than the gods. He could probably become one if he wanted to, but he doesn't seem interested in that.
He wants to be the man behind the curtain, per se.
Well, I mean, if you look at it with a certain sense of humor, isn't it kind of a pretty good joke to make a god instead of being one yourself?
Well, he did
That would be
imprison 9
rather
of them.
insulting to my god.
Seems like a lot less responsibility. Seems like a win-win.
I don't know, would Bane appreciate that, though?
I think out of character, Bane would probably try to destroy that.
Just try to kill it. It's just to screw you, that's why.
Yeah.
I'm
Screw
Bane,
you.
fuck you.
It doesn't fit in his grand plans.
Yeah, if I'm not the top of the pyramid, you die. That's Bane's plan. Oh. Oh god, I hope that didn't go through the microphone. Whatever.
Gosh darn it.
So I just cracked like every knuckle on all my fingers. It sounded horrible.
Didn't hear
Right
it.
then, are we about ready to proceed?
Yeah, I guess so. If he's
Let's
not
go
gonna
in and see
fight
what
us, then
this
yeah. fuck it.
unborn god is about.
So as the couple of you head down to the door, Withers says, I shouldn't, but I wish you luck. It's interesting to see a group come this far, and he looks to Lucanu and in particular, and this is Sister, I'm sorry for your imprisonment, but I had no choice in the matter. And Lucanu just kind of snorts and walks down to join the rest of you.
Kellic wants to ask Withers another thing before we go, though.
Yeah.
Who was it that controlled the dragon?
That was another of my master's constructs. That was a Sirak himself that you spoke to, ever so briefly there. He uses that creature to meet individuals who make it that deep into the tomb. It doesn't happen often, so it interests him.
Very well. Good to know.
So I'll turn to Lucano and say, so, friend of yours?
Lucanu says, I think he was a minor noble before everything fell, so that checks out. But I never knew him personally. Omu was a big city before it fell.
It's still a big city. Its population just seems to have gone down quite a bit.
She just kind of scowls at you, not appreciating the humor of that joke.
Jeez, Sebastian.
I didn't know you were capable of such dark humor.
The Paladin's oath is broken. Your powers are gone.
Oh no.
Not really.
Is gallows humor not one way of coping with the unknown horrors which lie ahead?
Something like that.
She nods grudgingly. It's just like Lucano doesn't seem to be the most jovial of individuals. He mostly just wants to put a sword into something.
I mean, depending on what we're facing in there, we'll see what we can do about making that sword a bit more magical.
Alright, well I'm going to pull out the at least one skeleton key that I have in my possession and fit it to the appropriate lock.
So before we open the door, I'm going to take a real quick break, because once we start this, I think the rest of the session is going to be what happens when the door opens. So I will be right back. If anybody else needs a break before we get stuck in, do so, and then we will finish the session off.
It'll be tea time with a Sirak.
Cool. Okay, so yeah, you start placing your keys in. I think we've established that you guys have all of them. So if you want to put them in and open the door, nothing will stop you.
I will do so.
Did somebody ping me directly? Oh. Never mind. Okay, so as you open the door, let me do two things. So as you open the door, you are assaulted by a wave of heat. There's a stairwell leading down to crumbling balcony that overlooks a pool of lava that fills, from your vantage point, what appears to be a triangular chamber. Above the pit of lava that you see before you are a few things. There is an enormous crystal cylinder in the center of the room, supported by 3 adamantine struts. You see wisp-like images or actual spectral people or souls kind of occasionally flying into the room through the walls and being captured in the middle of this giant cylinder in the middle of the room. There are 4 long, writhing tentacles that sprout from the cylinder's cap. Floating to the side of this cylinder, about the size of an elephant, is basically a giant shriveled baby that is attached to the cylinder by an umbilical cord. It is malformed, and its arms and legs are atrophied, and the head of this creature drips black goo. There are also, I think you can just make out a pair of balconies and a shimmering portal on the far side of this room.
Oh, that's neat.
Yeah. Well, besides the whole god baby thing.
But the most important thing, can I smell treasure?
No.
There's treasure, all right.
That's
You
the
look
most
down.
important thing.
It is.
Can you close the door?
Are there secret doors?
Oh, are there secret doors? There are no secret doors. You don't smell any treasure besides the struts are definitely made of adamantine.
Does Xanthiel see anything that could be trap related or anything like that? With her 23 passive perception.
Well, I mean, there's a giant freaking pit of lava. So there's that.
Kellick's just gonna mutter under his breath as he's walking in, Sephiroth, your time has come.
You know, I thought of using One Winged Angel, but I realized I'd get a YouTube strike for it.
Rip.
It was that, or I also wanted to do Dancing Mad, but also copyright strike. So, you know. IP is awful. So as you enter more fully into the room, Sebastian, this creature is just kind of floating back here, tethered to that central cylinder. It definitely notices you as you enter the room, but doesn't do anything.
Are the tentacles doing anything?
They're just kind of writhing.
I wonder what those are for.
Oh, there's like objects and stuff. Like over there.
Yeah, so there's, as you get further into the room, there are 2 balconies that the 2 of the 3 so the struts, right? There's a strut right in front of you and a strut leading to each balcony. The balconies you can make out seem to have a whole bunch of various knickknacks strewn about them. There's jars, chests, books, other things like that kind of thrown in the back corners of the balcony that you can see. As you all start to come into the room, you can also see that there are alcoves along the north wall of this room that seem to just have piles of bone in them.
Any recognizable kind of bone?
If you spend some time looking at them, it looks like a combination of human and minotaur bones.
Are they all the same around the room? In particular, looking at that very curious glowing portal on the back.
There's definitely a glowing portal on the far side of the room. But, so we were asking if all the bones look the same?
Yeah.
I mean, each alcove seems to have basically it looks like a corpse or 2 was placed into that portal, or into each alcove. Some of the corpses were minotaurs, some were humans, but nothing in particular stands out about them.
How long is the drop down to the lava?
Oh, That's a good question. I'm just double checking. The ceiling is 30 feet high. Does it say? The lava pit is 30 feet below the floor of the room. So the drop to the lava pit is 30 feet. Or the drop to the surface of the lava is 30 feet.
Right. Who knows how deep the lava is?
As you all come in, eventually Keshma passes through the door, and as she does, it grinds shut behind her and seals off.
Cue the boss music.
The portal is the exit then? How wide are the beams going to the adamantine beams?
Let's see. So a medium or small creature can walk along them without difficulty. So let's say at least, let's call them 3 feet wide. 2 feet wide. 2 feet seems fine. 2 feet. However, it looks like if you got involved into any sort of activity on the strut, it might be tricky to not fall off it.
Right.
Sick.
So is there? I'm gonna try and look to see if there's any way to cross this chasm safely. Now, the tentacles down below, are they like moving rapidly or just like?
They're just kind of languidly twitching and moving about.
Are they in the lava or?
No, they're coming out of the what you assume is the cylinder that is the soulmonger in the middle. So that cylinder in the middle, it's 10 feet wide and 20 feet high. Basically, the interior of it looks like it is swirling with screaming faces, which you assume are the souls of the creatures it is capturing. The tentacles sprout from the bottom of the soulmonger cylinder and are just kind of whipping around slowly. Almost like a cat's tail, kind of. The giant dead baby thing is attached to the top of the soulmonger by an umbilical cord and is just sort of floating around the room, occasionally glancing at all of you, but otherwise taking no action.
Oh. Break glass in case of emergency?
I am admittedly looking at what I can get away with for animated objects. It has to be non-magical things, but theoretically I could, like, I don't know, make her clothing animate and then fly with it.
I think you should animate one of the legs for the cylinder.
Yeah, or that, like... Oh,
and then just have it step off.
Why just have the whole thing fall into the lava? Somehow I think a Sirak may have guarded against that, though.
Yeah.
Wait, talk about a, like, module
anticlimactic
breaking
boss.
ability.
Damn, I don't know. Because crossing that seems like an extremely poor idea for pretty much anyone besides Kellic, and even then... Well, you don't need to cross it. You can just fly across. But
Yeah, but I also don't want to go near the flying dead god baby.
that's a point.
So that thing is just looking at us, right?
Yes, as you all are surveying this room, every 30 seconds, minute, it almost appears like a soul or two is getting sucked in to the soulmonger, like literally like flying in through the wall and getting trapped in that soulmonger cylinder. The umbilical cord that leads from the soulmonger to the Atropal is slowly kind of pulsing. So it looks like the Atropal is aware of you and is looking at you, but it is primarily just feeding off of the soulmonger right now.
So we should probably cut the cord.
Is it connected to anything? Or is it just floating around?
It is literally floating in the air. I mean, the umbilical is connected to the soulmonger, but it doesn't look like that has anything to do with its support. It's not hanging from the umbilical cord, which would just be an even worse image.
Can I cast this on Sebastian?
Can you cast it on him?
I'm pretty sure. Like after my long rest, I can choose to enchant anything to be +1 until the next time I rest.
Sure.
She chooses Sebastian as a whole.
As the whole Sebastian.
His armor, but you know.
So you want to give Sebastian +1 armor?
Yep.
Okay. I guess remember that.
Cool.
The two of you.
Yep.
So I was just gonna say, perhaps we can try and aim for that umbilical cord.
Wait. Yeah. Well, since my armor is no longer magical, I will try to... How big would you say that... Probably a dumb idea, but we'll fucking go for it anyway. How big would you say that, Oh. The strut will be bigger than a huge creature, would it? Do you think, bro?
Are you trying to...
I'm going to try to animate a number of objects, but since I was going to animate my character's armor anyway, I was going to try and also animate a strut, if possible, or... Since the umbilical is attached to the god baby, I dare say that's magical, like the god baby thing itself.
So the struts are considered large objects.
Oh, okay, so I can animate that and my character's worn armor. Among other things. But the gimmick is that if it doesn't have legs or other appendages it can use for locomotion, it gets a flying speed of 30 feet and it can hover.
Okay, so your armor becomes
I can fly with it, hopefully.
a creature that is basically grappling you.
Yeah. I'm using it as a bastardized flight spell.
An animated object is a construct with AC, hit points, attack, strength, dexterity determined by size. Constitution is 10, blah, 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 blah. If you command an object to attack...
Unlikely, since it's
So I would say it would take... Okay, so the way I will play this is... if you want your armor or the strut to do a specific thing... Okay, does it have...
It has stats for, like, if it attacks and its health and stuff.
You can give it a general command or tell it what to do. Okay.
Yeah.
As a bonus action. Okay, cool. So it's a bonus action to make anything happen. Okay, so if combat matters, it's a bonus action to tell your armor.
Get it to fly or anything.
Like, if you want to fly, that's a bonus action, not your movement, because your movement is 0 if you're flying. Make sense?
Yeah, because she's just flailing around all around.
Yeah. Okay, yeah. How long does that last?
1 minute.
Okay.
So I kind of have to do it quick. I don't animate the... I don't know if you can see where my mouse is. I don't want to animate the strut closest to us, but like the one...
well, pick one. Which one?
Sorry, lower left.
Down here?
Yep, that one.
You do so. I'll let you get one command off. What is the first thing that you command the strut to do?
It moves and then smacks the baby across the head.
Okay, cool. So at this point,
just beat it with a stick.
At this point, guess what's gonna happen?
Combat.
Are we rolling initiative?
Y'all gonna roll some initiative.
Hells yeah.
Let's see here. Where is my other thing? I don't know if anybody has sound on, but now I get to turn on the combat music.
Oh, that's a huge. So that's a 2d10, I think. Plus.
I'm going last.
Let's
jeez.
see.
Don't worry, I'm not far behind you.
Oh wow.
What the fuck was that?
First.
Negative 1.95. What?
Okay, so I guess make an attack roll. Let's just resolve that.
Is that plus 6 to hit?
Plus 6 to hit, 2d10 plus 2 damage.
So it'd just be a d20 plus 6?
Yeah, d20 plus 6.
21?
Yeah, that'll hit.
For 9.
It hits it, but seems to have absolutely no effect.
Huh.
I'm counting that as bludgeoning damage.
Yeah, that's fair.
Doesn't seem as if
And non-magical.
non-magical bludgeoning damage has a whole lot of an impact on this creature.
But it looked cool.
It doesn't
did.
have an impact. Get it?
Wah, wah, wah.
Oh,
So, Soulmonger just lost one of its 3 supports.
Yeah, we'll get there.
Okay.
And on that note, Teresa, it is your turn.
All right, I'm first for them. So I'm gonna do different because I was trying to look up. I'm going to conjure. Let me see what is my location for that. So while I'm trying to look this up, Teresa's gonna try and get out of the way. Get out of the way of the well-to-do damage dealers here. And come over here.
Okay, were you taking an action?
Yeah, I'm going to cast Conjure Minor Elemental.
Oh, okay. Sorry, I
Just
didn't
trying
quite hear it.
to find what's an eligible creature.
Oh, where's monsters?
Oh, I forgot. The gargoyle. I can do that.
You want to summon a gargoyle?
Yes.
I wonder if I still have your gargoyle. I have a gargoyle. Where do you want it?
That's fine.
What's the
Let's
range
see.
of that spell? So 90 feet, so you can plop
90
that thing
feet.
wherever. Where do you want it?
Yep, so gargoyle is gonna just be just be right next to me, it's fine.
Is that good?
Now. Yeah, I think it is it's a medium creature, okay. Yeah, that's fine. That's fine. That's my turn.
Cool. At the end of your turn, the Atropal, after getting smacked across the face, glares at all of you and lets out an ear-splitting wail. I need everybody to make a Constitution saving throw as it does so.
Oh, I hate those.
Oh gosh. That was a very bad roll.
Wait, do I have Helen Aura? Or no?
Unfortunately, I'm not in range of anybody.
Oh yeah, you're
No.
only over in Africa. You're there.
So anybody who got less than a 19, you gain 1 level of exhaustion.
Damn it.
And let's see here. I need to make some con saves over here. So she gets a level of exhaustion. She gets a level of exhaustion. He gets a level of exhaustion. Wow, everybody gets exhaustion. How does Lucanu go? Haha! Lucanu says no.
Oh, Gargoyle is immune to exhaustion.
Well, the gargoyle's fine then. You're trying to Helm of Telepathy? This should be fun.
No, I was trying to put in on the sheet itself 1 level of exhaustion, and then it popped up. So ignore that.
Sure.
That's not-
As a reminder, at level 1, it is a disadvantage on ability checks.
Gross.
It is Iku's turn. I control Iku, don't I?
Yep.
What can Iku do? That's a good
question.
God damn it. Can't do that, can't do that, can't do that, can't do that, so none of that matters. That's not useful. Nobody's taken damage. There's not a whole lot that Iku can actually do right now because she's basically a pocket healer. But Iku is going to get closer to you, Sebastian, just in case another one of those whales comes off. She doesn't want to be completely screwed by it. There's not a whole lot she can do. It is Keshma's turn. She is going to, in a bit of a rage, walk up here and get precariously on the strut and try to start approaching all of this. And I'm going to make her... She's a large creature, so I'm going to say it takes a dexterity check to see if she can get... Let's see, how far did she move? She was here. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. So she could conceivably get here, but she needs to make a athletics check. But it's at disadvantage. And she passes to keep her balance. She is going to start wailing on the Soulmonger with her action. So she's just going to start punching it with 2 fist attacks. Should probably look up what the Soulmonger's stats are, shouldn't I? AC is that. Oh my god, I need a piece of paper. Totally prepared, DM. So she hits with a 17. She misses with a 15 and does no damage, which is frustrating for her as she pounds at it, but does no damage to the crystalline cylinder in front of her. Yaza, it is your turn.
Okay. So Yaza's looking at what Keshma's doing, and she's like, that's a little precarious. So she is going to use her Staff of the Python.
Are you throwing it and turning it into the python, or are you...
Yeah, I am. So.
Okay. So it turns into a giant constrictor snake, I believe?
Yep, it's giant constrictor snake.
Hey, there's one. Sorry, one of them is in Sarah's harem. Where are you throwing it? Sarah's harem is where I kept putting all your creatures.
Oh, okay. I was, let's see, because I can only put it like at 10 feet in front of me, so I guess just right on the edge here. I mean, because that's as far as it can really go.
They are shockingly huge for a CR2 creature.
Living on the edge.
Living on the edge. So I'm going to say the constrictor snake has no problem getting around the strut. Can you remind me specifically how the Staff of the Python handles that? It's an action to summon it. Do you get to do anything else with it on your turn? Action is... the staff becomes a giant constrictor snake, and under your control and acts on its own initiative count, it acts on your initiative count. By using a bonus action to speak the command word, again, you return it to its normal form in a space formerly occupied by the snake.
Yes, I think it's an action initially,
Yeah.
and then it's there, and then on the next turn I can...
A bonus action, yeah.
I think it's an action to have it... Oh, no,
Oh,
because it
no.
moves on it.
You can give it you can decide its general action on its turn, but also it happens on your turn, so go ahead and tell me what you want the snake to do.
Okay, yeah, that's what I was looking that up right now, because I forget everything that snake can do.
Yeah, I don't really care about separating initiative orders. It seems way more complicated than just having it go on your turn.
So I am going to say... Yeah, because I couldn't remember how, like, bite worked, if it can go, like, if it can reach further or not. But,
okay. Bite, sorry, you probably can't see the sheet. It has reached 10.
Oh, so it could technically reach for the soulmonger in the middle. Oh.
Yeah, I'll say it could.
Then, yeah, it's going to...
Do a bite attack on the soulmonger?
Yeah, I'm going to say a bite attack for now, yeah.
Yeah, so it has a bite attack and a constrict attack. The bite attack, its fangs bounce off the cylinder. I think that's your action. Do you want to move or bonus act?
Nope, that's all good.
Okay. Kellic, it is your turn. Kellic?
I was... chill out. Chill. Relax.
Well, there was just silence.
Yeah, well, Alex was getting out of the way, and I was getting in the way.
Unacceptable. I'll send you a microphone. Probably won't.
Yeah, it's not the microphone that's the problem. It's the fact that we have one mouse.
Ah. Send you a mouse. Probably still wouldn't solve the problem because you need another computer.
I'm going to go all the way over here. And then...
Hunter's Mark?
I'm gonna Hunter's Mark the ugly baby thing.
Okay. So, all of those hit.
Don't forget your first attack bonus damage.
I'm also going to re-roll the 2 on the initial attack.
Just tell me
I
how
got
much
the
total
same.
damage you do.
Okay.
Because you basically just unload. You Hunter's Mark, unload 3 shots into them, they all hit. How much does it hurt?
Uh, 39 damage.
Okay. So you pepper the giant god baby with arrows. Little bits of disgusting black ichor fly out of the places where you hit it, and it kind of thrashes. Anything else on your turn?
Nope, that's it.
Okay. It is Lucanu's turn. What can she do? She's got 30 feet of movement. I will say at this point, all the weight on the struts and the detached strut, there are some weird groaning sounds coming from the remaining 2 adamantine struts. Lucanu, hearing this, considers her options, and she is going to draw her short bow. She's going to draw her short bow, step out here, Teresa, to kind of be slightly in front of you in the gargoyle, because you both look smaller than Lucanu, and she is going to make 3 short bow attacks at the Atropal. 2 of them hit, but seem to have absolutely no effect on it. Just kind of hitting and bouncing off of the creature's skin without any impact. Biff is terrified and has no clue what to do. Poor Biff. Let's see here.
Throw the ring into the fire.
Throw the ring into the fire. I have to look up one thing. That's frustrating. Yep, okay, cool. It is Belcorge's turn. Does anybody want to roll a d10 for which eye ray Belcorge can attempt to use? Zora rolls a 7. Sleep Ray. Belcorge is going to float closer to Sebastian, because Sebastian's got that nice aura. And Belcorge is no dummy. And Belcorge is going to try and Sleep Ray the Atropal. This should be fun. Where's the Atropal? It's not immune to sleep. Okay. So it is going to make a Wisdom saving throw. And pass. So Belcorge tries to sleep the Atropal, but it has no effect. Xanthiel, it is your turn.
Alrighty. Shit. Well, as far as 30 feet, I can make that. Go on. There we go. And I will... I think it was a bonus action to get the, anything I animate to move.
It's a bonus action to make something you animated do a thing.
Okay, I'm going to get my, support strut to go smack the, other one support strut on the lower right.
So for ease of time, it works and it smashes into the other one, but since it's a non-magical attack, it has no effect because adamantine is not actually magical by default.
No, it's just really well made.
Yeah, so it kind of the two smash into each other with a resounding clang. You notice the 2 struts that are intact are starting to sag and creak noticeably.
Because of that hit, or because they were just...
One of the 3 struts... It looks like removing one of the struts has weakened the structural integrity of this whole thing. It's just the heat and the metal and everything. It's taking a little while for the full effects of this to be apparent.
If that's so, I could end this with another casting of it. I'll just drop the fucking thing by animating the remaining 2. Yeah, but Keshma's standing on it. She's not evil, so she's probably not going to do that. Shit. I guess we can guiding bolt the thing.
The thing? Oh, the
Oh,
Atropal?
that doesn't matter. I think that misses. Yeah.
Nope, that'll hit.
Oh, really? Shit. Okay. Jesus, I'm just rolling like ass today.
So 11 radiant damage.
Yep.
It is vulnerable to that. It does more damage than you would have expected. It does 22 damage to the god baby, which flinches noticeably from the flash of light that smashes into it. I think that's everything, right?
Yep. Yeah, that was move, attack, and
Bonus action.
Move, action, and then bonus action. Yeah.
Sebastian, it is your turn.
I'm gonna wait and see what it does.
Just gonna kind of pass your turn.
Yeah.
Okay.
A melee character without a convenient way to melee right now.
That is true. Then it is the Atropal's turn, and I have to look at its action list.
Wait, can't you teleport? Or kind of?
Well, yeah, I can Misty Step onto one of... I'm not gonna go onto one of the beams.
Oh, yeah, fair.
Neither of the other balconies gets me melee range, I don't think.
I was thinking more like teleporting on top of the baby and, like, you know, hacking at it or something.
Yeah, and if I fail that grapple check and fall into the lava, that's not good.
Yeah, true. Lava bad. It's very hard.
I mean, real lava is even worse. I think if this room actually existed, sidebar,
Yeah, we'd all be dead.
everybody would just be dead right now, pretty much, or like in the process of suffocating and slowly melting to a crisp.
Yeah, we'd be breathing like all kinds of poisonous gases.
It'd be terrible. I actually had a debate about this where we decided you have to just hand wave the way lava actually works in 5th edition. Okay, so the Atropal's gonna kind of hover over here, and then it is going to summon a Wraith that it is going to place over here. And I will add that to combat. And roll
Look, the
in...
melee.
Huh?
Something to melee.
So I roll the lowest initiative possible, and I still don't get to act last.
Well, I'm sorry, I guess. The Atropal rolled terribly, so there you go. It got a negative 1.95. So it moved, it did its action. I don't think it even has bonus actions. No, it doesn't have bonus actions. So it summons the Wraith. That is a recharge skill, so I'll roll that at the beginning of the next turn. That is the end of the first round. As the first round of combat ends, there's a terrific tearing sound as all of the struts, the remaining 2 struts, sag and collapse, and the Soulmonger itself and the tentacles attached to it and Keshma are going to fall into the lava below. The Constrictor Snake is going to need to make a dexterity saving throw to try and get back onto the wall. I'm going to say it's a DC 15. And it passes. So I guess the Constrictor Snake is there. But the Soulmonger falls into the lava. So I am going to... Hope to God I do this right. Nope, I deleted the wrong token. Okay, hold on. Did I? Nope, I didn't. Because I'm smart. Tokens. Damn it. Where did I put them? Whoa. I'm having a moment on my end while stuff loads. And I don't have that token here, so give me 1 second. Because I need to go to modules. Nope. Oh, this is what happens when you use custom assets. Tiles.
I suppose it's possible that Keshma is actually okay with lava.
Man, she is a stone lady.
We'll find out in a second. Okay, so the soulmonger itself has collapsed into the lava and is now melting, and the tentacles kind of flare in fire as it does so. Let me look up Keshma.
Does it look like souls are being released?
We'll get there.
Does the umbilical cord pull the Atropal down?
The umbilical cord tears as it falls
Okay.
and detaches. Let's see here. Where's the lava pit? Lava pit. I actually have to look this up. How much damage does it do? It does 55 damage per turn. So the soulmonger is not destroyed, but it takes... well, I'll roll the damage for fun. The soulmonger takes 10d10 fire damage, so let me roll that, because that seems like more fun. Where's a d10? 1, 2, 3. 58.
Nice.
58.
Half damage.
Huh?
They're saying a half damage.
It does not take half damage. Oh, wait. Hold on.
If that thing's immune to fire, I'm going to be really sad.
Sorry, I'm... Oh my gosh. Okay, so it is immune to fire damage, but... Yeah, so basically the tentacles get burned off, but the soulmonger is just kind of floating in the water, in the lava below, because the lava can't actually hurt it. So that's fun. So never mind, it doesn't actually take 58 fire damage, even though that seems insane. I'm just going to say it does take 58 damage, because I'm going to say lava is more than fire. Because reasons. So that has fallen down. Keshma, I have to resolve Keshma because she falls into the lava. And she is not immune to that. So she falls 30 feet, which I think is like 3d6 falling bludgeoning damage. So she'll take 10 falling damage. And then she will also take 10d10 fire damage, which is 54 fire damage to Keshma. So Keshma is kind of waiting in the lava, yelling and screaming as she is stuck in the lava. That takes us to Teresa's turn.
She can jump out.
Well, with the Solomon floating down there, I'm going to try and prioritize destroying that thing. So how far down is it again?
The lava is 30 feet below you.
Okay. Let me see if it takes force damage. So, I'm gonna do some Eldritch Blasts on it.
That will hit.
Does a 16 hit?
The 23 and the 24 or crit hit. Sorry, the 16 hits too. Sorry.
Okay, alright.
So 5, 15, 25,
34 damage.
30, 34 damage? Okay. So that's 34 force damage to the Soulmonger.
Yes.
Okay.
My gargoyle is going to... This thing, come on. Oh,
You probably can't control it. Where do you want it to go?
Gargoyle is going to be... Well... Yeah, I'm going to keep focusing on it. So Gargoyle is going to come down and start bashing on it. It's flying though, so...
Yeah. So gargoyles do a multi-attack. It gets 1 bite and 1 claw. I'll roll those. They both hit. What kind of damage do they do? Piercing damage. So the gargoyle wails away at the Soulmonger, but it seems to have no effect on it. It appears to be immune to all non-magical damage.
Really? That thing is surprising. Attacks are non-magical, but okay.
It says piercing and slashing.
Okay. Alright, so I believe it still has movement.
It has a...
Flying speed of 60, so...
Yeah.
It went down 30 feet, so I guess it comes back up.
5,
It
10,
comes back
15,
up, but it's
20, 25.
hovering in front of me.
It can get about 10 feet above the lava if you include the negative, like the... Yeah. So it's like
Okay.
part way down. You have to imagine a triangle
That's
there.
fine.
Okay.
Yeah, so it'll start making its way back to me.
What will the Atropal do? The Atropal...
And,
oh, sorry, go ahead.
I was just saying that's my turn.
What will the Atropal do? It will wail again, because that is the best thing it can do. So I need everybody, as it screeches loudly after having its umbilical torn, I need everybody to make another Constitution saving throw.
Awesome.
Oh.
I would like to use a hero die.
Okay.
Is that a d6 or?
Did you add your bonus from Sebastian to that?
Yeah, you're within range of me. You've got a +4 bonus.
Yeah, so you have a plus
cool.
4.
Oh, so I don't need it, maybe.
So your total would be 20.
What's the DC? 19.
The DC is 19.
Oh, then I don't need it. Awesome.
What's the range on Sebastian's aura?
It's either 10 or 15 feet. Let me double check.
I would like to point out that the wizard rolled the highest constitution.
I know, it's amazing.
10 feet bonus. Or 10 feet +4 bonus. So it would appear you
So
are
does
too
that
far.
mean I'm in range or not?
No, you're 15 feet away.
I am going to use a hero dice, which is my second for this level. Okay, I pass.
Okay, so anybody who doesn't pass, that is another level of exhaustion that you take, which is having your speed. So I think, what, Helic,
Fails.
let's see, yeah, Kellic fails. I think Kellic fails. You're the only one. So yeah, you have half movement speed now. Now I'm gonna do NPCs just for fun. Biff fails. Constrictor Snake really fails. Lucanu also fails. Iku, this will be interesting. Well, she passed without the bonus. Belcorge passes. And Keshma passes. Cool. Okay, so I need to write down... Come on, pen. Come on, pen. Lucanu to Biff to Belcorge 0, Keshma 1. Okay. And the snake. I guess the snake and the gargoyle. Okay. Snake 1. Right? Yeah. And the gargoyle passes 0. Okay. Sorry, handwritten notes for how many levels of exhaustion everybody has. That makes it Iku's turn. Nobody's taken damage yet, so Iku doesn't have much to do, but she is going to try and hit the wraith in front of her with her quarterstaff as soon as I find it. Well, we'll use that attack because I don't have it handy. 22. That'll hit. And it is immune to non-magical damage, so it doesn't matter because that's frustrating. It is Keshma's turn. She's stuck in the lava, and her speed is halved. There's not a lot Keshma can do.
She can't, like, grab onto the walls and climb or something with her earth elementalness?
Doesn't work here because this tomb is made out of hand wavium. You cannot magically interact with the walls, otherwise she would have been incredibly overpowered. No, she can't use her Jinn movement abilities to get through the... She can't use Earth Glide.
I do have a plan when it's my turn, but...
She has that. Does she have a spell book? She does have a spell book. Okay. Well, that's fun. She does have spells. Okay, she is going to cast Gaseous Form on herself. Yeah, I know, right? You wouldn't necessarily expect a stone djinn to have that, but she's going to use it. Because that's all she can do. She's going to Gaseous Form and get halfway up the hit here, because she can only move 15 feet because of her movement. She doesn't...
All the smoke coming up out of the lava.
Huh? Yeah, she just becomes part of the mist. So yeah, you all see the burning Keshma scream and disappear.
Keshma's gone, etc.
Oh no.
Oh no, we miss her so much. Lava pit.
Her haughty attitude will be greatly missed.
She still takes 10d10 fire damage at the start of her turn, not the end of it. So let me roll that. Oof.
Oh, Jesus.
So she does take 50 fire damage before that resolves, but she turns into mist and starts floating upwards. That is Keshma's turn. Yaza, it is your turn.
Okay. Yaza's gonna move over there next to that wraith.
And attack it with advantage.
Because it is super flanked.
Yeah, so then she's going to attack the wraith.
Uh, 27 will hit. for 10 slashing. Well,
Plus some radiant.
Okay.
And that's radiant damage.
And 8 radiant damage. Wraiths are not vulnerable to radiant damage.
Well, that sucks, but I get it anyway, so.
Yes, you get 18 damage off of that hit. I don't know if the bouncing numbers are happening, but 22 will hit. For 9 damage.
Okay, and I think that's all Yaza is going to do. But then she has her snake.
Snake.
So I'm gonna have the
Oops.
snake.
Sorry.
Oh.
I didn't mean to roll that. I was trying to look at it. It has Bite, Reach 10, and Constrict, Reach 5. So I think it can bite the Wraith, but I don't think it can get to it to constrict it.
Okay. Well, I mean, it has movement, right? Well, it probably can't get around everybody.
Yeah,
That's
like,
okay.
I had people piled on the strut just because reasons, but on this 10-foot balcony around, the snake cannot get past you.
Okay, then. So then, yeah, I'll just do a bite attack.
20 will hit for 7 piercing, which is halved because it is resistant, so it will take 3 damage. That Wraith is taking some hits.
Well, 3 is better than 0, so I'll take it.
Okay. Anything else?
And that's it. Nope.
Kellic, it is your turn.
I'm looking at my character sheet, so. Yeah, I'm just gonna shoot it.
Those will both hit.
I'm gonna re-roll the 1. Nice. So
25 total? No.
Plus your, yeah.
So 8
no,
plus...
so it should be 12 plus 12 plus 5. So 29 total.
Okay, you do 29 damage to the Atropal.
Sorry, was that the first time someone directly attacked it with like an attack roll?
That's,
No, I attacked it my
You
first
did.
turn.
Kellic's just been
because
shooting
of-
it.
Oh yeah, because I did guarding bolt. I completely
Mhm.
forgot that gives advantage
To me?
to anyone who attacks it for the next. I think.
Well, didn't matter for me, but yeah.
Yeah, fair enough. My bad.
Okay,
That's it.
then we
It's
go...
just the next one attack roll made against the target.
Ah. Yeah. Oh shit.
Well.
Yeah, you're right.
I kind of figured, but neither of them crit, so it doesn't matter. Okay, is that it?
Yep.
Okay, Lucanu. Lucanu can move... How far can Lucanu move? 15 feet. 5, 10, 15. Oh, Lucanu can't get past the snake.
Well, she could dash, but she wouldn't have an attack this round.
Yeah, she's gonna sluggishly dash to try and just box in this Wraith and hopefully attack it next turn because she can't do much else. She has nothing else to do. That takes us to Biff, who is also fine. Oh, but Biff can get in range to the Wraith. Biff is going to screech and try and punch the Wraith.
Get him, Biff!
Which he does, but it has... Oh, okay, cool. So he hits it once, and he is going to do... How much damage is he going to do? 2 damage to the Wraith.
Nice.
You try.
Nice, you get him, Biff.
Biff is trying, okay? Leave Biff alone.
Hey, I was giving him encouragement.
Yep. That's Biff's turn. It is Belcorge's turn. Let's see what his actions are. Those are all in action. Somebody roll a d10 for me to see what eye ray pops up. That's a slowing ray. Let's see here. And Belcorge decides that that's maybe a stupid thing to shoot at the Atropal. Belcorge is going to get himself wedged into this alcove. Somehow. He can float, so it doesn't matter. And he is going to bite the Wraith. Because screw this guy. But he does not manage to clamp down on the semi-insubstantial Wraith. And Belcorge lets out a grunt of dissatisfaction. It is now the Wraith's turn. Let's see. I think Biff was the last one who hurt the Wraith. So...
Technically.
It is going to life drain Biff. Biff has an AC of that, so that didn't work. Okay, so the damage from life drain is pretty good. 23 damage, and then Biff needs to make a Constitution saving throw, which
And gets a bonus from
Jesus.
the
Oh my goodness.
fails.
It's not going to matter much.
Its hit point maximum is reduced by an amount equal to the damage taken. So he is at max health, interestingly. Because that's how that works, right? Anyway.
Yeah.
Xanthiel, it is your... the Wraith. Hold on. It is not Xanthiel's turn.
The Wraith gets to do something, I think.
The Wraith can move how far? Why is this entry incomplete? I think you can probably move 30 feet. The Wraith doesn't like being here and is going to... it has incorporeal movement. It's going to move over here.
So it doesn't get attack of opportunity, but like everyone?
It can move through other creatures and objects as if... Oh, wait a minute. It can move through creatures and objects as if they were difficult terrain. Incorporeal movement, so... Well, yeah, it's going to move anyway. Well, okay, so difficult terrain, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. It's going to move here. I guess everybody does get an attack of opportunity if you want to take one.
I'm not going to bother because my weapon's not magic.
If you get higher than if you get a 13 or higher, roll damage. So Sebastian hits, Yaza hits. So 14 plus 8 is 22 plus 8 plus... Okay, you guys kill it. It's dead. You kill it as it tries to escape. It just kind of
Nice.
Dissipates into nothingness. I tried to give you something to attack on your turn, Sebastian, but that's what you get. Xanthiel, it's your turn.
But I did get to attack it.
Fair enough.
It's true. I'm gonna use my iron. Keshma's out of the lava pit thing because she's a gas thing, right?
She's in gaseous form, hovering above the lava pit about halfway up.
Sweet. The gargoyle isn't drowning in lava or anything. I'm gonna use the iron bar thing, which is technically a huge creature now, and try to use it like a toilet plunger and try to shove the baby thing into the lava.
What are the stats on that thing? Can you just link the spell again so I can see what the stats are on it?
Don't consume spells. Oh, they're terrible.
Okay, so I'm gonna say at this point it's actually.
Anyway, but...
I'm gonna say it's a medium creature at this point because of the effect of the lava, but it's also on fire, so there's that. So it's a flaming medium creature.
Oh, jeez, that's terrible strength.
It has a strength determined by its size, so that'll be 10. So it's a flat 0. So I'm gonna say if you want to. So you're trying to. What's the movement speed?
30 feet.
A flying speed of 30 feet. So because it's 30 feet below, I'll say you can have it whip up and try and hit the Atropal and do the damage there plus 1d10 fire damage because it's on fire.
So 2d6 plus 1d10, did you say? Or?
So 2d6. So okay, so you'd roll your hit as normal, so it'll be a plus 5.
Oh yeah, 2 hit.
So if you want to roll a d20 plus 5 to see if it can hit it. Well, that'll hit. So do 2d6 plus 1 normal damage and 1d10 fire damage. Because I don't think you can get high enough to get over it and push it
Yeah.
down.
Oh, that's bad.
Okay, so 6 bludgeoning damage and
There we go.
3 fire damage. So 9 total damage. Yeah. It's resistant to physical damage. The fire damage hits it normally.
Cool.
So yeah, basically the strut you have torn off, your animated strut has torn off of the Soulmonger and is now floating, I would say, right by the Atropal's butt. And basically just smashes into it from below.
Oh boy.
Length. The wide way. The wide way. Look. The other variant can happen whenever we play on Saturday again, okay? That's the completely off the rails bullshit game.
Okay.
Okay, so that's a bonus action?
Bonus action.
It's not a bad bonus action.
I would... Shit. So can't cast anything else.
You actually potentially could bat it back towards everyone so that all of our radiant melee guys could hit it.
Well, yeah, I was trying to push it initially, but it couldn't reach in time, so that's all it could really do was poke it. However, I can fly down there because I still have my... Oh no, I can't because that would have been... Yeah, never mind. Fuck. I was going to try and push it.
You mean the bonus action to make your armor do stuff?
Armor fly.
I mean, I'll let you spend a full action to do it because that seems fine. I don't care.
Get in position.
So you're just trying to get over to the other balcony?
Yeah, 30. Well, there's 30.
Okay. That's fine.
Anyway.
I'm breaking the rules, but I don't care because that seems more interesting.
I'll be over there.
Okay, you're on the edge of the balcony. I think that is going to be your turn.
Yep, that's my turn.
Sebastian. Misty Step.
Look, melee range.
It's almost like I moved it close enough for the balcony to be a viable. What? Never mind.
Cool.
23 will hit for 16 radiant, or well, 16 damage, whatever.
Yeah,
Isn't
well,
it
16
vulnerable
radiant and then
radiant?
12 piercing magical.
Oh, wait a minute. Okay, so it's 12 damage It's vulnerable to radiant, so it's actually... Okay, so shit. I subtracted 16, but the actual total would be 16 plus 12. So let me take 12 off.
Right.
Your first spear slash does a pretty good hit, and you open a really good gash on this thing, and it just starts oozing dark ichor down into the lava. The 27 hits for 15 plus 6 is 21. You, with your second attack, you slash another gash across the Atropal. Am I waiting for the... Oh yeah, because you Misty Step, you can't do the bonus attack, right? Gotcha.
Yep.
Okay. It is the Atropal's turn. Let me roll a d6. Nope, it does not recharge.
Good.
Okay.
It's like an exhaustion thing.
So on its turn, it can do... Sorry, I have to... Can you expand? Hey, okay. It is going to float over here, so I guess...
Son of a bitch.
Y'all already took your attacks of opportunity.
I
I've had a
didn't.
turn then.
Yeah, and
Huh?
I didn't get to use mine. I didn't take it against the shade.
And I've had a turn since then.
For the
Yeah,
Wraith?
attacks of opportunity are per turn in 5e.
Oh, they're per each turn? They're not per round?
Well, it is per round, kinda, but actions all reset when your initiative comes up.
I thought they were set at
Like
the
it's
end of the
not-
round.
I'm pretty sure it resets on your initiative. And of course, my book is not in arm's reach. Google is a thing.
When do reactions reset? At the start of your next turn. Okay, well, wait. Your next turn. Okay, yep, I guess you both get an attack of opportunity. Never mind. Well, yep, because the raid
Bonk.
happened further. Okay, so the 21 and the 18, right? That's what I'm looking at? Yeah.
Yep.
Okay, so they both hit, so you do 11 plus 8 is 19 damage. And 4. So yeah, you both hit it as it floats away. Let's see here. So yeah, you both get good hits. The Atropal is starting to look really beaten up. It is going to... shoot, I need to open a thing. Because I made a thing for this. Literally to help me do this, but I didn't open it. Helic, you are going to get targeted by Life Drain. Can you make a Constitution saving throw for me?
Oh shit.
Oof. Okay. This is gonna hurt. You take 45 necrotic damage, and the Atropal heals for 22 as it sucks life out of you. And that is the Atropal's turn. Oops.
Stop it.
What is happening?
He had bonus health, so that's why.
Oh,
I-
10 health.
I negated the bonus health and then like was doing the hit points, and then I think both of us did it at the same time.
And then your health just dipped to fucking
okay.
nothing.
How many bonus hit points did you have?
I think it was 17. Yeah.
Okay, so what's 45 minus 17? 35. 28? Okay. Okay, sorry about that. There you go.
I had math right. I did my math.
That's
and then Grim's
fine.
like, you know what? Fuck you, bruh.
Lag, you die. No. Okay, so it is the beginning of the third round of combat. Teresa, it is your turn.
Never thought I'd be blaming lag in D&D.
Okay.
You could petition for server lag, but I'm God here, so there you go.
I'm going to cause my. Should I do this? Yeah, I'll do this. Shit. That's fine. All right. So I'm gonna. I hate having to waste a slot here, but I'm gonna cause my gargoyle to disappear by switching to another concentration spell.
Okay.
And I'm gonna cast Dawn. Let's see.
Oh, shit.
It should be good enough to where it doesn't hurt me. I'm not sure about Keshma though. Do you guys care that if Keshma gets hit or not?
I
So
mean,
the range, what's the range? 60 feet?
It's a 30-foot radius.
Damn. Okay.
I'm trying to center it so I don't hit the melee on the platform.
I mean, I
I'm
think
fine if you hit me, I don't care, but
I think my ping is not working for some reason.
Like, I would place it here.
So
Oh.
I'm gonna maybe give a suggestion. Well, that's fine. You could also place it here.
Oh, and then just not hit Keshma that way. Yeah.
It's up to you. I don't really care. I'm just pointing that out.
Yeah. I'm trying not to kill
Okay.
Keshma here.
Okay, so if you just want to hit the Atropal, I think you can see this spot and you can just hit the Atropal there. If that's what you want.
Yeah.
And it lasts for a minute. It's a minute and it's a concentration spell with a constitution save. Okay, so the Atropal needs to make a constitution save. Let's roll that.
Holy shit.
It passes because it's. I mean, it is
So
a.
it takes half damage.
It's a nascent
Oh,
god.
that was terrible.
So
2
it
1 and 2 8s.
so 28 to 14, 13 damage,
Just
but it's
take
vulnerable. It's vulnerable to radiant damage, so it actually is just gonna take 27. So we're just
So
gonna.
18?
Why would it take 27?
Yeah, I rolled an 18.
Oh, wait. I was looking at my
Does it just
because my
take normal
Constitution.
damage?
I was looking at my Constitution save. Okay, just
Okay.
ignore that. So it's gonna take 18 because I'm.
Okay.
I are dumb. There's too many things happening. So it just takes full damage because it's resistant and or no, it passed, but it's vulnerable. Whatever. And that is just gonna sit there for a minute. So
Yeah.
that's cool. Unless you cast another spell. So we'll just leave that there. So that's your action. Do you have a bonus action or movement?
I'm gonna move.
Run away from the death god.
There you go.
Just hide in the snake.
And
Yeah, I'm just gonna stand on top of the snake.
yeah, you failed your first whale save, right? And passed the second?
Yes.
Okay, cool. So I'm just trying to keep track of that. Okay. At the end of your turn, I have to look something up. Actions. Touch, ray of cold, whale. Ah, screw it. It's gonna wail again. Everybody in the room needs to make a Constitution saving throw against another level of exhaustion.
God damn it. I just rolling fucking horrible. Despite having the highest Constitution score.
Do I have Paladin Aura from Yaza? Or
+1, I think.
okay.
Surely it's more than that.
Yeah, it's +3.
Oh, there you
What's your constitution?
Wait, mine?
go. I'll be right
Yeah.
back while you guys talk about that.
My Constitution's 23, and yet I keep rolling fucking 1s and 2s.
Oh, right. You've got.
So that's a 15 for Teresa.
Yeah, so you'd have a 15.
Oh, damn.
I guess I could use my hero dice thing, because if I rolled a 4, then that would still push me just over. I think. With your aura as well. Your aura's a +4, right?
Correct.
Yeah, so that'd put me at 12, and then I'd have to.
Then you'd have to roll a
Oh,
7.
a 5. Wait. Yeah. Oh, yeah, never mind. Fuck that. Not even possible. Gosh dang it. Someday I'll roll higher than a 3.
Okay. So, Kellic, you hero died it?
And still didn't get it.
Okay, so let me go to my tally on players.
Yep, me and Teresa have +3.
So,
Yeah,
Teresa.
so I actually got a 15.
Okay, Sebastian, have you failed any of these?
Nope.
You're at 0. Okay. Yaza, does that include your bonus or no?
No, it doesn't. That's just my roll.
Okay, so you passed that one. How many of these have you failed so far? 1?
1.
Okay. Sorry, there's so many things to keep track of here. Okay, so Yaza, Xanthiel, you failed. How many? Why is my pen such a piece of shit right now?
So I failed 2. I'm at
Okay.
exhaustion 2.
Okay. Teresa, you failed for the first time. No,
It's
second
actually
time.
15.
Still a fail. Kellic, you failed. Why?
3rd time.
Yeah.
He has 3 levels of exhaustion after this.
Okay, cool. So I think I've got everybody. Sebastian, you're... Okay, yeah, great. Now let me do NPCs, starting from Belcorge. Who would have... Yep, pass. Biff. Fail. Iku. 18 is a fail. So I think that's Iku's. This pen sucks. Let's try this pen.
Really quickly, does the Soulmonger still exist here?
None of my pens work. Do I have a different pen? I have a Sharpie. 1 second.
Okay.
Let me just...
Should be taking damage.
Yeah, I'll pop that in a second. Let me just finish rolling con saves. Lucanu is at 3 levels of exhaustion. The snake is at 2 levels of exhaustion. Keshma. Nope, Keshma doesn't care. She's at 1. I think that's everybody. Okay. Yeah. I do need to do some more damage to the Soulmonger. I think it's 10d10 damage.
Is the Soulmonger in range of the radiant damage as well?
63. Yeah, it would be. And it doesn't get to save. So another 18. So 92 plus 63 plus 17. Was it 17 damage?
For
It was 18.
18.
Yeah, it was 18.
Okay, 2 plus 3 is 5, plus 8 is 13, 3, 1, 10, 17, 18. Okay. The Soulmonger still exists. It is cracking and bubbling and shattering, but still exists. And that takes us to Iku's turn. Yeah, I did that. Okay, Iku is going to come over to Kellic, and she is going to cast Cure Wounds on Kellic. I don't care if there are no uses remaining. That's incorrect. Because we just had a long rest.
Yep.
How do I edit this? I edit it by rolling 1d8 plus 4. Kellic, you heal for 8 hit points. And that is Iku's turn. It is Keshma's turn. Oh, she failed twice, didn't she? Because she has half movement. That's why I said that. My notes are wrong. She is going to get 5, 10, 15. She can't do a whole lot more than that. Yaza, it is your turn.
Okay. How is that baby thing looking?
Not great. It's got a lot of spear gashes all over it and a bunch of bludgeoning hits from... It's been hit by a whole bunch of arrows, a couple of spear slashes, and Xanthiel's cracked it once. It's looking pretty rough.
Oops.
Never mind, I was gonna do something. I was gonna go over there, but yeah, I forgot Teresa has her her deal.
Don't like that divine damage.
We're gonna pass on that one. So yeah, there's not really anything I can do then. So yeah, me and my snake are gonna hang out because I don't think my snake can get even close to anything. Because well, the Soulmonger is just hanging out there, still floating, right?
Wait, you could cast haste on Kellic, I think.
Is he close? Oh yeah, it just has to be within 30 feet.
Yeah, you can run pretty far.
That's true. So yeah, I'll do that. I'll cast haste on Kellic.
I believe haste is an extra action within specific thingamajobbers.
Yeah, so you get extra
Oh, okay.
action, your speed is doubled, gain 2 bonus to AC, advantage on dexterity saving throws. Not that that helps when he keeps failing Constitution, but, you know, hey.
Yeah. Okay, so you are hasted, Kellic. So remember that on your turn, which is next. I'm assuming you're done with that, Yaza.
That's it.
Kellic, it is your turn. Just no words, just shooting. All 3 hit. Okay, so how much is this total?
So 23, 31, 46.
That is a whole pile of damage. The Atropal looks to be barely hovering at
Did you
this
count
point.
your extra action?
Yeah, there's 3 attacks in there.
Oh, right.
Yeah, I only get 3 attacks on my first turn.
Yeah, fair enough.
I mean,
I'm sorry to interrupt. get going here. It's 12 o'clock.
Okay.
Oh, fair enough.
Good night.
Have a good one. Thank you.
Night.
Even though it's only 4 on the Arvo. But, you know.
Oh, you. Again, anybody who says Rangers suck, I tell them to screw off, because I think, Kellic, you've done more damage this fight to that thing than everybody else combined. Anything else, Kellic?
Nope, that's it.
To be fair, the Gloomstalker is kind of the fix to the Ranger.
It is. Okay, so I'm just going to go ahead and skip Lucanu and Biff, because they can't really do anything right now, unless they want to jump in.
They can cheer us on.
Yeah, like, Lucanu just kind of
Biff
screams at it, and Biff tries to mimic Lucanu, but fails miserably. It's kind of pathetic. Belcorge, somebody roll me a d10 for Iray. What is a 7? It's the sleep ray again. I guess, because it's got nothing
into it.
nothing better to do. Wisdom saving throw. Nope. So
It would've been funny
Belcorge.
if you just fell asleep and fell in the lava.
Well, it would fall on the
Oh,
platform. But yeah. Okay, that's Belcorge's turn, because he doesn't really want to jump into that giant ray of dawn light. Xanthiel, it is your turn.
Awesome. Well, I'm exhausted, so I can't move. Actually, wait, it doesn't matter how far I move, because my armor's moving me. And my armor's enchanted, and that's not really exhausted.
I just want to let you know that flying armor is just fucking cracking me up. I just picture like this giant fucking horse person, like being like haphazardly dangled along over the fucking lava.
It'd be like a kid using a marionette of a fucking centaur, except they don't actually know what they're doing, so they're just kind of fucking dragging it and swinging it around the room.
Yeah, that's what I was
She's
picturing.
like, oh crap!
Oh Jesus, not again!
We are gonna second level guiding bolt this. Oh, actually, yeah, because might as well use a third, because I don't have much good at third level spell slots that are applicable to here.
20 will hit.
Sweet. Jeez, that was a terrible roll.
How do you kill the Atropal?
Oh, hell yeah. Shit, I don't know, I guess it, like a massive beam of light just fucking flies into its face and,
Standard Lauken, steal
Yeah.
the kill mark.
exactly. I just rock up and, shoot it with the Arty Mac and then just peace out. Like, see us, thanks for the fight.
Okay, the Atropal collapses after its face is burned out onto the balcony. I'm gonna coalesce a few things just because I'm gonna end the session shortly. But the Atropal collapses. The beam of light that Teresa summoned finishes off the Soulmonger, and it explodes because it had like 13 hit points left. So it and the lava and all of that. It explodes and releases a torrent of souls that just kind of stream upwards and outwards out of the walls of this pit of lava and this chamber you are in. And as everything starts to settle around you, you see a figure step through the portal down here. The figure that steps through is a gaunt, skeletal-looking figure that stares at all of you and says, "What have you done?" And that is where we will end the session for tonight.
Oh, hey, Artis, you've lost weight. It's not Artis, is it?
It's not Artis. And we'll pick that up next session, which I think will be the final session of Tomb of Annihilation.
Cool.
Sweet. So,
Exciting.
what about the shopping episode with the boss man here?
The what?
The shopping episode.
We'll do a downtime episode because there's going to be a time skip after this. Whoever survives next session, there'll be a time skip, and there we go.
Oh jeez.
Survive.
You get to fight him with fucking levels of exhaustion. Oh shit.
Yeah, a Sirek may have just arrived.
He'll let us have a long rest, I reckon.
Yeah, totally let you longer. That's right.
Maybe it might be someone totally different. Who knows?
Yeah, exactly. It could be the other lich that we made friends with.
I just love how
Maybe it's fucking King Arthur. Who knows?
Yeah.
I just want to point out that after you fight like the giant floating dead baby and the soulmonger, which you guys took out in the first turn, a Sirek's token is just underwhelming.
It really is.
Like, it's just this old wizened figure, but yeah, there you go.
You've got a really big hat though.
I mean, what was the Soulmonger supposed to do? I'm just curious.
So it has tentacles that can like.
Typical monster things.
So the tentacles can basically hit you, and if they hit you, they can grapple you,
And pull you down into the lava.
and then I can drop you in the lava. Yeah. So, you guys dodged that bullet. I was kind of hoping more people would go out on the struts, but whatever. Such is the DM's life. But don't worry, we have another session for me to try and kill everybody horribly.
We've seen that anime. You don't really want to go out in anywhere in an enclosed area with tentacles.
I mean, unless you do.
Well, I'd say no judging, but I'm absolutely judging.
Look, there's other places you can get that particular itch scratched, not during my game.
Well, I mean, realistically, that will scratch every itch, whether you want it to or not.
Yeah, I guess.
That's the point. Have
Yeah.
to stamp that warning in there for Maracana so he doesn't try to do anything lewd.
Like warnings ever stopped Maracana.
Sure. I think it's tried with almost every female NPC so far.
Oh, I mean, Keshmo almost killed him.
Yeah, that was pretty funny.
Yeah, cool. Okay. Well, thanks all.
Yeah, thanks for running.
Thank you.
My plan is next week we'll resolve everything, and then
Everything will be resolved.
huh?
Everything will be resolved.
Well, everything in this tomb will be resolved one way or the other. And then we'll I'll probably take
Or you'll all be dead.
probably take a week or two and then do like a reset session that'll probably be a shorter session where we talk through what happens after this and how you get from here to well, I've said it, how you get from here to Waterdeep. So we'll kind of see. I don't know exactly how long the next session will be, and how much I'll cover in that versus how much we cover in the interstitial session. But I do kind of want to give a chance to reset everything before we kick off the second half of this campaign, which I very creatively...
I could have a 2-hour conversation with the Sirak about his impending career change.
Turn him to you. Well, we could use another companion.
Oh, I cannot wait for Sebastian to recruit him. It's going to be glorious.
charisma check to recruit a Sirak.
Didn't he already try and recruit a Sirak? I'm pretty sure he did.
No, I didn't.
No, a Sirak has not shown up in the flesh at this point. He just taunted you once via the dragon. But yeah, we'll see what happens next week, and then I have to figure things out from there.
Are there any class restrictions on potential new characters?
Oh, like if you want to switch, I think what I want to do is when we do the kind of bridge session, I want to make sure we get a So the short answer is no, except for my general standard rules of no Unearthed Arcana, no Homebrew, and no Echo Knights.
No Echo Knight specifically, of all the things that are potentially broken.
I guess if you really want to play a Peace Cleric, but I don't think... I mean, you're thinking of pulling out your Mastermind character, right, Rio?
Yeah, potentially.
Yeah, I don't care. I just want to make sure that we have a good party composition.
Yeah, I'm interested in playing something else, but I'm up for whatever we don't have. I'm interested in playing.
So I think my only concern is Lyokin, are you going to play Xanthiel?
I mean, unless she dies, yeah.
Okay, cool. Because I want to make sure that we have like a caster, a tank, and then outside of that, I don't care too much. The only reason I kind of care about having a caster and a tank is you kind of need both of those for combat encounters to not be really, really weird. And I fully expect the further we get in the back half of this campaign, we're going to get to the point where 5th edition starts to really break. So I don't know how that's going to work, but I know I'm already buffing everything shockingly just to make it not be like a one-turn kill. So, yeah, I just want to make sure we have a good party composition for whichever of the paths I have potentially laid out, whichever ones you guys pick. I just want like a balanced party, if that makes sense.
Yeah, that makes sense, because I was thinking about my monk character, but then I thought about playing like a magical fighter, so forget the name of it right this week.
Aldrich Knight?
Was it an Echo Knight?
No.
The Aldrich Knight.
Yeah, there might be. Yeah, I can't remember.
The only reason I have concerns about Peace Cleric and Echo Knight is they both fundamentally break certain aspects of the game if you don't plan a campaign around them from the beginning.
Yeah, no, I totally understand. I was just like, I'm kind of up for whatever. So if we don't have something, I'm willing to play whatever character we need. If we need a tank or if we need a caster or whatever.
Yeah, so I think the resolution of... So you guys have to fight Ace, right? Like, you have to fight a Syrak. Once we see who comes out of that, that lets me know how a bunch of things happen, both, like, immediately and then, like, over the time skip. So I don't know how long the next session is going to take. These big combats usually take, like, 2 hours. So... we'll see. So we'll either... I just don't know because of how we play. I just need to see how the next session goes and then kind of decide what the time skip session looks like, and we'll include that conversation in that. So if you have characters you want to start designing, start making them, and like we can bring them to the table when we have kind of like, it's like a session 0.5 basically, if that makes sense to most of you. Like, just resetting. The only other restriction is I don't necessarily want any evil characters, or if they are evil, I want them to be well situated to work with the group. Just because I want...
What kind of character am I supposed to play?
What kind of shit do you have against evil characters? This is garbage.
It's not that I have shit against evil characters, it's just that
I can't play a good character. I've never been able... I can maybe play a neutral character at best.
And she's not good at that either.
Well, make a neutral character, or if you can come up with a lawful evil concept that actually, like, functionally works.
Like a paladin?
I mean, it's just the second half of this campaign is going to have a lot of opportunities for social stuff. So you want somebody who's going to engage socially and be like... Yeah, I don't know. I just don't want.
Yeah, I mean, I can think about something like that.
Yeah.
No, I know what you mean, though. Like being able to be a part of society. I was already thinking about a person like that anyway, so
Yeah.
we'll see. I can't play a good character. I tried once and it was fucking terrible.
And again, like, alignment is a guideline, right? It's not like... I like alignment, but I don't see alignment as, like, set in stone, like your character has to be lawful stupid. Like, unless you want to play a lawful stupid character, which I think is hilarious, but someday I want to play a lawful stupid character, but that's okay.
Yeah, I'm just saying that, like, I'm just really bad at good characters. They always tend to start sliding really quickly.
Yeah, I just...
Lawful good is too boring for Alex.
I think lawful evil is probably as far as I'll go on the evil scale, because I think neutral evil and chaotic evil, unless you plan an evil campaign, is hard to really justify, unless you have a really good character concept, in which case, like, hit me up. I don't care.
Well, I was gonna say, yeah, I'll work on it. I haven't worked on it yet, so because I have to, like I was just telling Joe, we need to work on it so we can get all the Waterdeep stuff behind it too.
Oh, I should post the stuff I have for Waterdeep too. Because yeah, like, I'm planning on setting up. There's gonna be a couple of A plots that are not immediately obvious. Like, I know what they are, but I'm not going to dump them on you. The initial setup is going to be pretty open-ended once you hit Waterdeep. So it's just basically have a character that's going to be like, oh, okay, I'm part of this group. We have a common goal. Let's actually, like, role play or work towards whatever that common goal that we decide is, as opposed to, like, I guess I don't want the focus to be fucking each other over. I want it to be more like, how do we accomplish these personal and group goals? Because I am going to be setting up various group goals that I'm going to reveal over time.
That makes sense.
Yeah. It's like with my other campaign, when we switch out of this, Lyokin knows this, I'm actually mandating characters have to be good or neutral, just because of the nature of that campaign.
Yeah, no, I mean, I know where you're coming from, so I'll work on it. I'll put something together. I'll let you know.
That said, after a year from now, I think they're actually making a fully evil Pathfinder campaign. I think that's coming out by the time that we finish the second half of this, and I'm kind of excited to see what they do with that, because I don't think any of the big companies have published a real evil campaign until recently, so that'll be cool. We'll see.
I'm in. All evil sounds awesome.
Yeah. But that's like a year from now, because it took us, what, a year and a half to get to this point. So I imagine the back half of this will be hopefully another year of content. We'll see. Also, if you make a new character, they will be level 12.
Alright, yeah, that sounds good. Thanks, Grim.
Okay. I am going to go pass out. Lyokin, I'll let you know about Saturday.
Yep.
My parents may or may not be coming in tomorrow, and I have to figure out if I can run... Yeah, I just have to figure out if I'm going to have the mental fortitude to run a game. I don't know where my parents are sleeping in the house right now. They may be sleeping 3 feet from where I DM, so...
Yeah, fair enough.
And I think Arm's out and Sib might be out, so... I don't want to shortchange the end of this.
Yeah, fair.
Just because, like I said, this is the boss rush. You get the Sown Sisters, you get the Atropal, and then you get Ace. Boom, boom, boom. Okay. I'm going to go pass out. Talk to y'all later. Bye.
Bye.